Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nadate kashatit papam.
Nadate kashatit papam.
Nacheva sukritam vibhuhu.
Nacheva sukritam vibhuhu.
Ajnanena vritam jnanam.
Ajnanena vritam
Tena muhyanti jantavaha.
Tena muhyanti jantavaha.
Nor does the Supreme Spirit assumes anyone's sinful or pious activities. Embodied beings, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their real knowledge. People say, God is making me do this sinful activity. You heard it enough. A lot of people. We say, the why you get into, what can I do? And slightly different form of that is that these are all natural tendencies. All the desires we have, these are all natural. Like it is in my hormones. Another way of people do not want to take responsibility for their activities. So this is not easy to decipher. Correct? This is true or not? But how much it will be foolish if suppose somebody goes to court and he said, why did you do this? Why did you murder this man? What can I do? It is in my hormones. In fact, they have a clause. If because of psychiatric condition he did it, so he should not be held much responsible. Correct? He's given some punishment but reduced punishment. Many times they check a murderer. Is he a mad person? So something like that people propose. But here the shloka is saying, the soul and whole, the responsibility goes to the living entity. How do you understand that? Because there is one more shloka which says, Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. It says the whole responsibility is actually a material nature. We are not doing any activity. So why I am taken by Yamarajas and why the king does anything? See, I cannot do anything. It is Maya which is forcing me to do. Some people directly accuse Krishna, somebody will accuse Maya, correct? Maya, Krishna saying Maya energy. That is making you do everything. So how can the living entity be held responsible? This question comes or not? No, but free will is taken away, saying no. Devi esha gudumai mamaya duratya. If you are saying my free will is doing activity, he says you are in ahankara. Ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. Yes, I am the doer. It is because of ahankara you are telling. Correct? Try to understand the puzzle. The puzzle is he is saying that Krishna is saying all the activities are done by my material energy. And if you say you did it, it is your ahankara, including your free will. So how do we understand this situation? How can Yamudutas catch us then? The point is this. You now go back in the morning, you are analyzing the Ajamila shloka, Ajamila Vyakhyan. At the first movement, when Ajamila was a pious Brahmin, Sattaguna. In the beginning time, when Ajamila was very piously situated, he had collected flowers for the Lord. He was in happy stage, Sattaguna, and we can say neophyte, Krishna conscious person. Brahmana means, in our analysis, Brahmana is Kanishta Adhikari, Vaishnava. Brahma Janati iti Brahmana, correct? The first stage is Janmana Jayate Shudra. Everybody by birth is an animal. Shudra means basically an animal. But samskarat bhave dhuja. The difference is you can train a human being into samskaras, into reformation. You can reform him from an animal. Man is a rational animal. We can give some rationality inside his head. Animal cannot, therefore he is animal. What is the difference between man and animal? Man is a rational animal. The rationality is the samskaras which you can train him. After the samskaras are there, then Dvija means he takes second birth. He gets diksha from an acharya and he starts his spiritual life. And then Veda Patan Bhaved Vipra, this is a traditional Vedic setting. Now he started reading the Vedic literature under the guidance of a guru. Then what happened when he went to the forest? He heard some giggling sound when he was collecting flowers. He knows what it is. He is a married man, young married boy. He took some steps to see what's happening. There is his responsibility. Later, as he gets trapped, Prabhupada says his trapping later, it is like, when you are fully trapped into sinful activity, it is like somebody holding a gun on your head. You have no choice then. Do. Once you get trapped, your free will almost becomes nil. Still something is there. So you're also correct. Free will is there. But it reduces to... In the beginning, free will is very big. Why it is very big? Because he is Sattva Guna. There is no desire only to associate with a prostitute. Correct? But what happened to him? In few days' time, he could not live with his wife. He wanted to live with a prostitute. But where he did the mistake? He misused his free will. We misuse a free will will reduce, and finally practically no free will. Therefore, Krishna says, Prakite Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvashaha Ahankara Vidudatma Kartahamiti Manyate. Because the general condition, soul is a general statement, is dragged by Maya, by material energy, by Sattva-guna, Rajaguna, Tamoguna are dragging an individual. Actually, presently, our personality, you say no, me, that identity itself is also illusion. Because this is to do something with your subtle mind. Thus, you're not identifying with the soul. So you may theoretically speak, but soul is not awakened now. What identification you're telling that I is some kind of a illusion the mind is stuck to. Some kind of ahankara. Sarvopadi, different kind of upadis the mind has accumulated. Stay under the protection of the scriptures. Completely we should stay under the protection of the Acharya. Just like morning we are discussing. What's wrong? If I drink little or smoke little, I watch some movies, what's wrong? Yeah, doors will be closed. You cannot taste the pleasure of spiritual life then. You may be physically sit inside the temple, correct? But you cannot taste the pleasure of devotion service. Therefore we stay under the protection. Yasya prasadad bhagavat prasado, yasya prasadad nagati kutopi. We sing in the morning Mangalarti. Yasya prasadad. By the pleasure of the Acharya, bhagavat prasada, all the spiritual realizations will come. And yasya aprasadat, the moment you disobey him, aprasadat, nagati kutopi, doors are closed, sit outside. So we should behave in such a way that we do not get rejected by Guru and Krishna. That is our fear. And here the shloka explains the Lord is Vibhu. Shastra says just like in a tree there are two birds. One bird is enjoying the fruits of the tree. Other bird is watching. That is Vibhu. He is complete in himself. Krishna creates this tree. When there are fruits and you jump inside this tree, Krishna comes behind and is watching. What are you up to? You are jumping again and again, trying to enjoy one fruit, another fruit, another fruit. Sometimes fruits are tasty. Sometimes fruits are bad. Correct? It's also again the arrangement. Suppose Krishna creates in this world the currency of punya and papa. At the same time, should not look he is partial. In the spiritual world, when we are staying, we are serving Krishna, everything is provided free of cost. But when somebody wants to live independently, Krishna makes him work for that. Even though he is a provider, but he creates a currency to the degree you deserve. So he creates a currency of papa and punya. So there is no partiality on Krishna's side. Krishna looks partial, he is not partial. Therefore, Ishavasha Vidam Sarvam, we should never be envious of anybody. Any situation, any individual as God, it is because of his past karma. But our meditation here in the shloka is that Krishna does not assume anybody's responsibility for sinful activities because he does not do it. You did it. Only thing is that once you are trapped in the sinful activity, your free will reduces. But the day you say, let me just try, today I will be drunk, you have no addiction. You are doing it. That is the time you get full responsibility. Because you get severely punished for that. You are not addicted at all. One drop you have not taken. But I want to taste it. Today I will drink. Okay, go. That is the day you take full responsibility. Later what happens, as you become an addict, it becomes a biochemical process then. Your mind cannot refuse, correct? An addict, you cannot withdraw him. He gets serious withdrawal symptoms. So now he has free will, but very minimum. It is at the beginning stages where we are fully responsible. Later stages of free will is reducing. reducing. And we are gliding down in consciousness. And to the last of tamoguna we glide down. So where is the Krishna responsible? Some people say hormones. So many kind of things people bring out. Because mind is there to be controlled. Mind is an instrument which is waiting to be trained. Mind is just like a computer. In front of you, so many things are coming. It is left to you, you want to associate with that or don't want to associate with that. When I look, suppose a letter comes in the computer. It is just some inks and all. Somebody has scribbled something. But it follows some rules of some language or characters and grammar. Therefore, it carries some information. Computer doesn't know what it is. For a computer, does it make any sense? Correct. Does he laugh? Does he cry? It is you when you see that information, because you are the experiencer. You laugh or you cry. Nothing happens to the computer. Nothing happens to the mind. Mind just brings an information. And it is you associate with that information. Don't associate. Over. Let it do the drama then. Just like some people are there. By willpower, they have said, you do operation, and the operation is done, and they don't take any anesthesia. Correct? There's some people are there. They do the operation. I'll bear the pain. They dissociate or they tolerate, whichever way. Correct? When this can happen, that you can tolerate the pain even though an operation without anesthesia, do it. I'll tolerate. Correct? There are some people of tremendous willpower, or maybe a person is able to dissociate some way from the body. The same way you can also tolerate the urge of the mind. Prabhupada said, prove you are a human being by controlling the mind. Proof. It's like animal cannot control the mind. Many people say, I can't control the mind. You are an animal. You are not a human being. But human being means he has the power to control. Therefore, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, control. Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonave evate adi antavanta kaunte yanateshu ramate buddha. Krishna is saying all the desires which your mind is giving, please understand this fact. It is ending in a temporary pleasure. Can't you see? Adi antavantaha kaunte. All the pleasures which you are going to get because of the propositions. It says mind is cheating you. Mind is proposing to you, you will get unlimitedly happy. Actually, that is what it proposes. Any enjoyment, correct? But why don't you sit and analyze? You are getting cheated. Because the pleasures it is going to give you are temporary. You already had experience of that enough times. Correct? There were some kings in some countries, and they became all crazy people. They became kings. And they used to keep eating. You like, say, gulab jamun, but you keep eating. Then after some time, if you cannot eat anything. So they used to take some laxatives and vomit everything. Take a bath, sit down, again start eating. So such kind of mad people are there. Now you want to be a mad person, be mad. 1 gram more he takes, what he needs, he is doing sinful activity. Correct? That is what the Shastra says. 1 gram more. 1 gram more you take than your body needs, you do sinful activity immediately. Because it is not supposed to be for you. The other living entity is waiting to eat it. They also have a right to live on the God's expense. Why are you only trying to grab everything? So we are responsible for our sinful activities completely. Okay? Because I have the power to control the mind at any stage. Even at the worst stage, I can control. It is possible. But it becomes difficult. Therefore, it is said, better to control in the beginning. You cannot control later. We have a very simple example. When avalanche starts, in the beginning it is 1 particle. As it starts rolling from the mountain, like recently 10 soldiers died Indian by avalanche. As it starts rolling down, it becomes bigger. Then even big soldiers can't handle it. Gone. Huge amount of ice coming down. You will inside it. Finished. So in the beginning, it is suppose that 1 particle you can say, over, no, avalanche is over. Just giving an example. Similarly, fire, when it starts, it is very small. Most of the fires are just one short circuit somewhere, correct? Many times. It can be easily be, just put little fire extinguisher, 2 shots, or you put some cloth over it, you can finish it off. But later, when the whole house is burning, it becomes very difficult. Okay? So in the beginning, it has to be cut. Now, how do you cut in the beginning? You cannot cut in the beginning because once you get sucked into it, it is wrong, but you will keep doing it. How many people agree that they are drunkards, but they know it is wrong, they cannot come out of it, correct? So they feel, therefore, as they cannot come out, they think that God has put me under this position. On your own, you cannot come out. You need help. Suppose somebody, therefore, when somebody comes to temple in the beginning stages, particularly in the Western countries, what to tell them? There was once Prabhupada's program was arranged in France. The devotees worked so hard, they brought 5,000 hippies for the program. Prabhupada landed and he saw their faces. Prabhupada said, continue Kirtan. And they Kirtan for 1.5 hours, and Prabhupada came there. So, Prabhupada, you didn't take a class. What class to take to them? Look at their faces. We can judge when to speak or when not to speak. So the condition is not there. Therefore, in the temple also we see the people first have a nice Kirtan, then we take class. Because the mind becomes softened by the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Then they can absorb what Krishna is saying. Correct? Then the message can be absorbed. So, we have to be very intelligent at what situation we are preaching and how people can take the knowledge. Okay? So, coming back here. So, we were into the soul and we were into the sinful activity. And we are saying what? We are saying that the sinful activity belongs to the soul. The responsibility is of the soul. Okay? And how to come out of it. The first thing we said is that on your own you cannot come out because you have gone crazy now. It's not possible. You are addict now. So the first one way to come out is by determination, hearing from an authority. Simplest is even a person who is not an addict, you can talk to him, your friend. Suppose I am a drunkard. My friend may be there. He's not a Paramhamsa, but he's not a drunkard. Even he can help you. Because he is not attached to your mind and your addictions. He is a pagal hai kya? It will be so forceful for you, those words, because he is not an addict. The next stage may be, if you go a little better, if you can get a higher taste, you can give up lower taste. And even the words, if you can take words of the Acharya, an authority, even higher instructions you will get. So when you get a higher taste, just like we recommend to everybody to chant the mantra. What is the mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It is said till you go back to Godhead, you have to be very careful because potentially you can give up service to Krishna at any moment. So this free will, the minute free will is there, which we are misusing. And Prabhupada says something very nice line here. Due to the littleness of his existence, Acharya, therefore you have to hear to the Acharya. Littleness of his existence, because it is so small. It can, just like on a beach, it can go on the water, it can go on land. Okay? It's on the marginal. Tathas Shakti it is called. I still keep feeling I am the body. I still keep feeling I am the mind. I can know my existence. I am fully, at least I am understanding I am an illusion. That is the benefit. Common man doesn't know this also. He thinks that is the reality. For us, at least you have understood this is an illusion. Somehow or another, time just flies away. Correct? Days are going. One more day is gone. One more day is gone. I am not able to fix myself at your lotus feet. So we cannot just do it on our own. And so therefore the prayer goes to the Lord. Intense prayer goes to the Lord. And God helps those who help themselves. So we are sincerely endeavoring. You go to Paramahamsa and you tell about Krishna consciousness, he will be nectar, but actually he is already enjoying it. There is that one category, you tell him, he will laugh. Preaching is in the middle level. Pagalon ko you cannot preach. And you cannot, Paramahamsa, there is no need to preach. They are already enjoying Krishna consciousness. Preaching is in the between, where we are all situated. Where we are understanding, yes, my life is not fulfilled. We are honest to understand and that without Krishna consciousness, I am feeling a great vacuum in my heart. And as I advance in Krishna consciousness, I will every day come to know that I didn't know Krishna consciousness. As you advance. Actually, it's like we do not know what is Krishna consciousness, such a sublime consciousness. We are far away from it. Just like you're traveling in a train. Every day is a new city. That should happen. Correct? Traveling from here to say you are going to Vrindavan, Krishna's place. Every hour you see a new city, a new place. Correct? You're traveling. So like that, we are also traveling to Krishna. And as we are spiritually evolving, the more and more you get realizations. You understand, oh, it is like that. So this is a very big journey. And life is made for this journey. Prabhupada says the Vedic literatures push us for complete surrender to Krishna. That is what the Vedic literature is doing. They are giving you information so that you can completely surrender to Krishna. When you are doing sinful activity, you take the reaction. It is you who is responsible. You cannot shift the blame away. And then a person becomes very responsible. Correct? Most of the people, they are not responsible. They do so many funny activities. You tell them, you will be punished for all that. They don't feel anything. Correct? They do not know. Just like Prabhupada says, boldly going to hell. So no, that should not be our objective. We understand. And in fact, a devotee is very introspective. Even a slightest of mistakes happen by him in his pure path of Krishna consciousness. He feels, responsible. And he tries. Prabhupada says, there should be sincere repentance. Then the thing will not occur again. Mistakes everybody makes, but you should not repeat it. Who can say that I don't make a mistake? Everybody makes. But don't repeat it. Then it is not good. Ajamila was saved. How he was saved? A swamp of sinful activity by chanting the holy names of the Lord. And later when he understood the whole situation, that how dangerous he had made his situation. When Yamudutas came, he said, I am a Brahmana. He said, what kind of Brahmana? What activities you have done? It is only when Vishnudutas came to save him, he could see actually he was a candidate for such horrible sinful reactions. And then he became, responsible. And he went to Haridwar and attentively chanting the holy names of the Lord. So that second chance we all have to take. And this whole desire for sinful activity is destroyed. Yesham tu antagatam papam. Unless this is destroyed, you cannot get Krishna prema. Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandvamoha nirmuktam bhajante mam dhridavrataha. Somebody, sometimes you feel, why I am not getting dhridavrata? Intense eagerness to serve Krishna, correct? Antagatam papam. Stop the sinful activities, no. Just like a wood is there. It says, why I am not burning full force? You remove water, no? If you put water and then put, it not burn. Here we got the perfect master, we got Krishna. We got the Acharya, that is also perfect. I remember when I had joined the temple, there is a compilation of book called Bonafide Master and Bonafide Disciple. Guru and Disciple, one book compilation, all instruction for Guru and Disciple. So I remember a very sweet boy, he was just 18-year-old. So I gave him the book. He put the first portion, Bonafide Guru. That is over. I want to study what is Bonafide Disciple. Because how can you get a bona fide guru if you are not first become a bona fide disciple? You want admission to the top university, but you are not qualified, correct? You cannot just simply desire. So both should be matching, and both are matching, everything will be perfect. If one is wrong, either of them is wrong or both are wrong, it will not work. If your mastic is better, or the mastic dabba is better, or both are better, it will not work. This has to be dry, this has to be dry. So similarly, here we got a bona fide master, a great Acharya, and Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. So why the process is not working? Why I am not floating in pure devotion? Something is wrong with me. I should antagatam papam completely. Jananam punya karmana. Birth after birth absorbed for the service of the Lord. Then definitely te dvandamoha nirmuktam. We get full determination to serve the lotus feet of Krishna. And then our life becomes successful. Srila Prabhupada ki. Bhagavad Gita ki.